The most known event at the NFL Combine that everybody always wants to watch and see is the 40-yard dash. People want to see who's the fastest and who's the slowest, and who could potentially engrave their name into the record books as the fastest ever 40-yard dash at the Combine. This is B. Kelly, back again with another banger video, and in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be talking about what happened to the people who ran the fastest 40-yard dashes ever. I'm going to look at the top 10 fastest times. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about the 40-yard dashes at the NFL Combine and not the Pro Days. Coming in at number 10 for the fastest 40-yard dash ever ran at the Combine is Jacoby Ford, who ran a 4.28 40-yard dash, and he's a wide receiver from Clemson. In the 2010 NFL Draft, he was taken in the 4th round by the Oakland Raiders. Jacoby Ford would play 4 seasons in the NFL, all with the Oakland Raiders. And with the Raiders, he was really just a backup receiver that would mix in the rotation primarily in his 4 seasons there. Now, when he was actually there in his rookie year, he had a pretty good season where he had almost 2,000 yards all-purpose. Most of them, however, did come from kick returns, but he was really good at that. Now, in his career for receiving, he would have 57 receptions, 848 receiving yards, averaging 15 yards per reception, and 3 touchdowns through the air during his 4-year NFL career. Jacoby Ford has not played in the NFL since his final season in Oakland in 2013, as he has not made a final roster since then. Now, his biggest downfall in his career, it was mainly his catching. His career catching percentage only stands at 51%. Although he was very speedy and he was very good in the kick return game, he did have some injury issues and he was not really the best overall receiver. Coming in at number 9 is Champ Bailey. And Champ Bailey in the 1999 NFL Combine ran a 4.28 40-yard dash. In the 1999 NFL Draft, he would end up getting selected in the 1st round, 7th overall pick by the Washington Redskins. Champ Bailey played in the NFL for a total of 15 seasons, 10 years in Denver and 5 in Washington, and he was a baller. I mean, he's literally in the Hall of Fame right now. He made 12 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, and like I said, is literally in the Hall of Fame. You cannot really get much better than that unless you have all his accolades and have a Super Bowl plus more. For his 15-year NFL career, he had a total of 52 interceptions, including 4 pick sixes, 7 forced fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries, and 5 touchdowns off fumbles, and a total of 931 total tackles and 3 sacks. At number 7 is Henry Ruggs, who ran a 4.27 40-yard dash in the 2020 NFL Combine. Henry Ruggs was taken in the 2020 NFL Draft with the 12th overall pick in the 1st round by the Las Vegas Raiders. Henry Ruggs has only played in 1 season in the NFL so far, which was his rookie season in 2020. And in that season, he played in 13 games, starting in 12 of them, where he had 452 receiving yards, averaging 17 yards per reception, and 2 touchdowns. Coming in at number 7 is Stanford Routt, the cornerback from Houston. Now, in the 2005 NFL Combine, Stanford Routt ran a 4.27 40-yard dash. He would end up being drafted in the 2nd round of the 2005 NFL Draft by the Oakland Raiders. Stanford Routt would play 8 seasons in the NFL, 7 seasons in Oakland as a Raider, and in his last season in the NFL, he played for both the Houston Texans and Kansas City Chiefs. Routt was not always a starter every year of his career, but he was a pretty decent player to say the least. In his career, he had 265 total tackles, 232 of them being solo, 6 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and 12 interceptions. Coming in at number 6 is Marquise Goodwin out of Texas. Now, Marquise Goodwin in the 2013 NFL Combine ran a 4.27 40-yard dash. And in the 2013 NFL Draft, he was taken by the Buffalo Bills in the 3rd round. Marquise Goodwin is really heading into his 8th year in the NFL, as last season with the Philadelphia Eagles, he did not play in a single game and opted out of that season due to the concerns with the world and what was going on. He wanted to spend more time with his family. But to start off his career, he spent 4 seasons in Buffalo, where he was primarily a backup in his first 3 seasons, and really did not get his name on the map till his final year there in 2016, where he had 431 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Goodwin would then sign with the San Francisco 49ers, which he is most known for in his NFL career, and he bursted on the scene very quickly, as in 16 games as a starting receiver, he recorded 962 receiving yards, averaging 17 yards per reception and 2 touchdowns. Now, for his rest of his time as a 49er, he would battle some injury issues and really did not look like his 2017 self. After the 2019 NFL season, he would be dealt off to the Philadelphia Eagles, and as I said, he did not play in a single game in 2020 due to opting out. But after this 2020 season, he was traded back to the 49ers, then released shortly thereafter. Then after that, he signed with the Chicago Bears. Coming in at number 5 is Jerome Mathis. Now, Jerome Mathis came out of Hampton and was a receiver. And in the 2005 NFL Combine, he ran a 4.26 40-yard dash. And in the 2005 NFL Draft, was taken by the Houston Texans in the 4th round. Jerome Mathis played a total of 3 seasons in the NFL, all with the Houston Texans. And the thing was, he was never really the main receiver, or really played a lot of receiver at all, but he was a huge threat in the special team sides of things, as this guy was an amazing kick returner. And matter of fact, in his rookie season, he made an All-Pro team and a Pro Bowl as a kick returner, as he had 1,542 yards off kick returns and 2 touchdowns, including a 99-yard long touchdown that season. Now, unfortunately for Mathis, his next couple seasons in Houston were not memorable because he got injured in both seasons, as in 2 seasons, for 2006 and 2007, he played a combined total of 5 games. Mathis would then take his talents to the Washington Redskins after 3 years with Houston, but would not make it to the preseason. He would then take his talents to the Canadian Football League, where he also would not last long, yet again due to injury issues. Now, his final part of his career for his pro football career was in the Arena Football League in 2011. Coming in at the number 4 spot is running back out of Kent State, Dri Archer. Now, Dri Archer in the 2014 NFL Combine ran a 4.26 40-yard dash, and in the 2014 NFL Draft was taken in the 3rd round by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dri Archer, as a Pittsburgh Steeler, the 2 seasons he was there in 2014 and 2015, was primarily a kick and punt returner. Now, he primarily did kick returns in his 2 years there in the 20 games he played in, but he really never ran the ball that much, as he only has 10 career carries for 40 yards. Dri Archer only made it through half of the 2015 NFL season with the Pittsburgh Steelers before being released. Now, he would then take his talents to the New York Jets, where he signed on February 3rd, 2016, but was released on May 9th, 2016. Thereafter, he was claimed off waivers by the Buffalo Bills, but never showed up. That was really the last time anybody heard about Dri Archer in his pro football career. Coming in at number 3 is Rondel Menedez out of Eastern Kentucky, in which in the 1999 NFL Combine ran a 4.24 40-yard dash. Ronald would be drafted in the 7th round of the 1999 NFL Draft by the Atlanta Falcons, but his pro career would not be the longest, as in 1999 he tore his meniscus on a punt return in Atlanta's final preseason game, then was ultimately released. He would spend some time on the rosters of the Dolphins, Colts, Redskins, and Eagles following the season. He would retire for a short amount of time to take care of his sick mother, but when he returned, he would play in NFL Europe with the Frankfurt Galaxy, and that was the last time he played any pro football. The second fastest 40-yard dash ever was ran by a running back out of Eastern Carolina University by the name of Chris Johnson in the 2008 Combine, where he ran a 4.24 40-yard dash. Chris Johnson would end up getting selected with the 24th overall pick in the 1st round of the 2008 NFL Draft by the Tennessee Titans. Chris Johnson would spend a total of 10 seasons in the NFL, 6 with the Tennessee Titans, 3 with the Arizona Cardinals, and 1 with the New York Jets. Now, Chris Johnson was a very good player, and he's most known for his time as a Tennessee Titan, where in his 2nd season, he made a Pro Bowl and All-Pro team, where he rushed for 2,006 yards and 14 touchdowns, averaging almost 6 yards per carry. The best years of his career were all in Tennessee. That's where he was best as a player, and where he was the most healthy, basically. With the Jets, he had a solid season, but it was kind of disappointing. And his first season in Arizona was actually pretty impressive, as he had a bounce-back season from the season prior, but he did have some injury issues. In 2016, he only played in 4 games due to injury, and in 2017, only played in 4 games before being released, before the Cardinals signed Adrian Peterson, and he was out of the league completely, just like that. Now, in his 10-year career, he rushed for a total of 9,651 yards, 55 touchdowns, averaging a very impressive 4.5 yards per carry. Not only that, he made 3 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro team, and was the 2009 AP Offensive Player of the Year. The fastest 40-yard dash time ever was ran by wide receiver out of Washington, John Ross III, in the 2017 NFL Combine, where he ran a 4.2240. That dude was zooming. And in the 2017 NFL Draft, he was taken with the 9th overall selection by the Cincinnati Bengals. John Ross had a lot of hype coming into the league in 2017, as he just ran the fastest 40-yard dash time ever, but he had a really disappointing rookie season where he was injured and really did not have that much production as a whole, as in 3 games played, he had 0 receptions on 2 targets, had 1 rush attempt for 12 yards, and 1 fumble. In his second year in the league, he would play in 13 games for the Bengals and have 7 touchdowns on the season, but would only have 210 receiving yards. In 2019, he would only play in 8 games, but have his best season of his career by far, as he got off to a very hot start to start off the season, and he had 506 receiving yards, averaging 18 yards per reception, and 3 touchdowns. In this past 2020 NFL season, he was injured most of the season and only played in 3 games, where he had 2 receptions for 17 yards. After his final season in Cincinnati, he would not re-sign with the team following the 2020 season, and he would sign as a free agent with the Giants. Well guys, now that I'm at the end of the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly, out.